and welcome back to day 8 of reading. What I'd like to do today is we are going to reread chapter 3, Finding the Right Pitch, because we haven't read it since last Wednesday and continued with our science unit. So our plan for reading today is I would like you all to get out our chapter 3 reading titled Finding the Right Pitch so we can reread our story and get us ready and prepared for chapter 4 tomorrow. So I will give you a few minutes to go back and find this reading in your packet. If you need any additional time, you may pause the video right here so then you're able to follow along with us. The first thing I would like to do is I'd like to go over and review our 5 vocabulary words that were addressed in the chapter reading story. So I'm going to show you the picture and you will repeat the word back after me, and then I'm just going to put them right here on our whiteboard. So as I say the word, you will then repeat back after me. So we have fast, low, sound wave, here, and different. So these 5 vocab words, fast, low, sound wave, here, and different, we are going to recognize them because we have previously heard them while we reread and revisit our chapter 3 reading, Finding the Right Pitch. So the only thing we're going to do for today for reading is we're going to read through this story again, and then we're just going to review some of the key notes that we took away from the story when we did this reading last Wednesday. So I'd like you all to follow along, and you can read with me and say some of the words that you know, or you can just follow along and listen as I read the story again. So chapter 3, Finding the Right Pitch. The students sing their last song. Boys sing low notes. The girls sing high notes. The notes sound different. So as you know, different is one of our vocab words as well as low. So we noticed and we heard that the boys are singing very low, but the girls are singing very high. A sound wave is made of many little waves. A wavelength is from the top of one wave to the next. This is how fast a sound wave moves per second. This is called the pitch. So our other vocab word that we are hearing again is sound wave. Okay, and a sound wave is made of little waves. Okay, and this is an example if you look at the picture of a wavelength. The wave tells how high or low a sound is. Seth sings a low note. His note makes a slow sound wave. A low note has a few waves. The tops of the waves are far apart. So, a low note that Seth is singing makes a slow sound wave. So the lower the note, the slower the sound wave is, and a sound waves, they're far apart. Okay? And over here is an example of how a sound wave, a low sound wave, would look like. Turning our page to page 22. Cynthia sings a high note. A high note makes a fast sound wave. There are many waves. The tops of the waves are closer together. Each note is a different pitch. So the higher the note, the faster the sound wave is, the closer the sound waves are together. And here's an example of a high sound wave. Sound waves can move fast or slow. People can only hear some sounds. People cannot hear very high sounds, and people cannot hear very low sounds. So sound waves can be fast or slow depending on the pitch of your voice. A lower sound wave, a lower note, the slower the sound waves, and a higher note, the faster the sound wave is. The students need to check for sound for the play. Rhett sings into a microphone. The sound comes out of the speakers. The microphone has a plate in it. Rhett makes a sound wave. The sound wave hits the plate, making it vibrate. A sound wave is sent to the speakers. The students finish the sound check. The microphones and speakers work. They can hear the sound. Now they will check the lights. So I just want to go over at least 3 key notes that we learned in the story last week and that we also just listened to again. So the first key note is notes can sound high or low. Remember, the lower the note, the slower the sound wave, and the higher the note, the faster the sound wave is. Our second key note, which leads into this, is sound waves tell how high or low a sound is. Okay? And our last key note that we are going to revisit is students need to check for sound. So at the end of the chapter, the students needed to check for the sound, okay? And if we go back to our last page in the chapter, they checked for the sound, and now, since they are able to hear themselves through the speaker while using the microphone, their next job for chapter 4 is they're going to check the lights. So for chapter 4, we're going to be hearing about that. And the last thing I would like to do just to close out our reading for today is I just want to say and revisit our 5 vocab words. So we have, and please repeat back after me, fast, low, sound waves, hear, and different. So tomorrow for reading, we're going to read chapter 4, and we're going to answer our comprehension questions that go along with chapter 4. If you have some extra time today, I would like you to find a book in your house, or I'll even post another link that you can do a read aloud, just to get a little bit more practice for reading. After you are done either reading a book in the house, or if you just want to advance, I will see you all in math where we will practice money.